Hello, everyone. This is EB, the original master, and welcome to the SpongeBob SquarePants live stream Q&A. And I'm very sorry if you guys can see Google Slides, is because that I've tried my hardest to get this image to a full screen version, but since I don't have the time to do that, you guys will just be looking at this SpongeBob SquarePants Q&A live stream banner. I will not be showing my face in this live stream. If I do, it will be a mistake because I do not want to show my face in this live stream because I don't want to. So feel free to ask any questions about SpongeBob. And yeah, so before I get started, I want to let you guys know a little bit of the rules. Do not spam, of course. Do not start fights in the comments. Do not go off topic. If you go off topic, I'll put you on timeout because this is a SpongeBob Q&A live stream, meaning ask any questions about SpongeBob and I'll be happy to answer the questions. So yeah, so but before we get started, let me stop screen sharing. Hold up. Yeah, did I turn off the camera? Oh no, sorry about that. So I need to pull up Google, well, not Google, YouTube Gaming so I can see who showed up because I need to know. All right, there we go. So my live, I'm currently live right now. So I'm going to YouTube Gaming and I need to pull up my channel. It'll be a lot easier if I can pull up my channel just by clicking on my face, but I have to literally type in my username in the search bar, which is a pain in the behind. So hold up, you guys, give me a few minutes and then I'll get to you guys. All right, there we go. Look, I tried to use Twitch. All right. So, how am I going to do this? Well, I'll just do it this way then. Yeah, I'll do it this way. Close this out. And I have a much better way to do this. So I'm going to turn on the screen share again. All right, there we go. And I am going to just pull my thing over here. Well, that's not going to work either. All right, there we go. All right, you guys, feel free to ask any questions for SpongeBob. So yeah, so ask any questions regarding to the show as I read through these comments. Can you guys hear me? If you guys can hear me, say I. Because we need to know if you guys can hear me or not. If you guys are not, how do you feel about season 12 being confirmed? Well, season 12, at first, when season 12 was first announced, I realized that the Unreal Estate episode and Code Yellow didn't came out yet, and so it was announced right in the middle of season 10 still currently making, and season 11 coming ahead. So I actually do feel okay about season 12, but we haven't gotten any episodes yet from season 12, but we'll have to find out when Vincent Waller confirmed episodes from it. Oh, by the way, if I stutter, I apologize. I'm not good at speech that well. I mean, I am good at speech, but I tend to speak at a very fast rate where I cannot. What's your favorite song from the show? So my favorite song from the SpongeBob series is I like the Fun song. I love the Campfire song, the Who Am I song from Mimic Madness. Just to name a few. Thanks, Masterface 222 for asking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to read your username, and if I cannot pronounce it, bear with me. I'll try my hardest to pronounce your usernames right. But yeah, so feel free to ask any questions. Okay. So yeah. I mean, keep the questions coming, you guys. If you guys don't have anything to say, don't keep the live stream quiet because this is a Q&A live stream. Can you make a SpongeBob Roblox movie? Oh yeah, so I'm working on the very first movie for the SpongeBob Roblox series called SpongeBob's Global Tour. If you guys want to know a little bit about that, I'll provide a link to my article page about it if you guys want to check that out. That'll explain everything about the movie. In fact, I'll do that right now. So I'm about to post a link. So I'll see you guys in a minute. So let me stop screen sharing. All right, there we go. And I'll be right back. So please hold your questions until I return, you guys, because I need to put the link to this into my description. Worst episode of SpongeBob from original, raw, and uncut. Well, to be honest, I think the worst episode, everyone kept saying it's Choir Boys, and I have to agree with that because there was nothing funny about Choir Boys. It was just an excuse for SpongeBob to annoy Squidward over the fact that Patrick was gone for a family reunion. And so the episode wasn't funny. It was very, very boring, and I didn't laugh at all from that episode. So yeah. All right, now I need to go to the live events and paste this into the description so you guys can see it. All right, there we go. Save changes. Okay, all save changes saved. Favorite episode from season 5. Krabs Alley Mode and Goo Goo Gas. Those are two of my favorite episodes from the 5th season of SpongeBob. All right, turn on back to screen sharing. All right, there we go. Yeah, so Egg 14 Able, my favorite episodes from season 5 was Krabs Alley Mode and Goo Goo Gas. Season 2 or season 3 from original, raw, and uncut. Well, I'll have to say season 3 I have to say because season 3 kind of had more better episodes like No Weenies Allowed. That's another good episode. Chocolate with Nuts, that was amazing. The camping episode, I might have already said that, but yeah, I prefer season 3 over season 2. But seasons 1, 2, and 3 were actually the what I say is the golden age of SpongeBob because the humor was on point, had some of the great animations, and the SpongeBob movie also came out in 2004, which was part of season 3. So yeah, I actually did enjoy season 3 more than season 2. So thanks for asking. The original, raw, and uncut. Says my username used to be Spooky Fox. Oh, okay. Can you guys hear me? Please say I, because I need to know. Because, what do you think of season 4? Season 4, I have to say it was a pretty meh season. My favorite episode of season 4 was Krusty Towers. That was a pretty good episode. Very creative. Of Mr. Krabs building a hotel based off of the Krusty Krab. That was a pretty unique concept. And yeah, another good season 4 episode. Don't Hate Me, Karate Island. No, the reason why I like Karate Island because it was a unique concept. And Sandy defeating Master Udon, that was pretty hilarious. And just his name, Master Udon, that's a very funny name. And I forgot the voice actor for Master Udon. So yeah, which is the worst, season 6 or season 8? I have to say season 8 had more creative episode ideas like Plankton's Good Eye and Bubble Troubles. Is because in Plankton's Good Eye, it was a concept of Plankton having a second eye, and in Bubble Troubles, we got in a episode where Sandy loses her air supply, which was never done before. I mean, we've never seen Sandy lose her air, and it was pretty funny to see how she was interacting without no air. So yeah, I actually prefer season 8 over season 6. And to be honest, I have not seen that much season 8 episodes yet. So yeah, that answers your question. And Jacob Mark 26 asks, favorite episode from season 1. My favorite episode from season 1 has got to be Pizza Delivery, and also like Jellyfish Jam. Well, you said favorite episode, meaning my one-time favorite, but those are just a few of my favorites. If you guys don't ask, what are your favorite episodes? I'm just gonna spew out random questions. It says, what is your Evan Alloway? Please read the title of the live stream. It's not. This is not a Mario live stream. This is a SpongeBob live stream. So do not ask any questions about Mario. Only SpongeBob. I'll do a Mario Q&A live stream in the future, but right now I'm doing SpongeBob. So please hold that question until the Mario live stream. What are some reasons why you prefer classic SpongeBob over modern? Well, classic SpongeBob is just good. I mean, the humor was great. The adult humor was what made the show very unique because when kids and their parents watch SpongeBob, there are some jokes on there that some kids don't understand, while adults, while some adults will understand those jokes, like the donkey from Christmas Who, the coin slot gag from My Pretty Seahorse, and the cussing dolphin episode Sailor Mouth. Those are examples of adult themed episodes, and that's what made classic SpongeBob very good because of the adult humor. I should come back to watching the show. Yeah, Master Freeze, you should give SpongeBob another try because SpongeBob has actually improved. It's not as good as the seasons 1 through 3, but it's showing improvement. So yeah, it says Brother Tunes, subscribe to EV. All right, Brother Tunes. I'm gonna give you a warning. Do not say that in the stream because this is a SpongeBob Q&A and do not go off topic. So I am making a movie. Would you like to be in it? No thanks. I would not like to be in your movie. Not trying to be mean, but I have another movie. I have a movie that I'm currently working or planning on working, so that's why I can't be in your movie. So yeah. Any more questions regarding the SpongeBob? Feel free to ask, because I am going to be streaming quite a while. Best SpongeBob episode. Let's see here. My all-time favorite episode of SpongeBob. For a modern episode, I have to say Furl Friends, because the concept of the episode was never been done before. The reason why I say Furl Friends is the best episode as for now is just the concept of a moon, or a moon, turning everyone into their furl states, and I thought that was really unique, and that's what I have to say for now. I mean, yes, people could probably disagree with me, but as for now, I'm putting Furl Friends as the best episode of the show as for now. Original Raw and Uncut says, which is better, the SpongeBob movie or the SpongeBob movie Sponge Out of Water? Well, the original Raw and Uncut. I have to say SpongeBob movie. I'll have to say the second movie, because the second movie has a unique concept of the gang leaving the surface, but the plot isn't original because we already seen the characters out of the surface. We already seen the characters played as superheroes, so the concept of the movie was not original. And there was like some problems with the movie. There were lots of problems in the movie, such as Burger Beard not being a good villain. The CGI was used only in the third act, and there were some things that they could have added to the movie to make it more unique. But other than that, Sponge Out of Water was just an okay film. Not the greatest film I've seen, but it was just an okay film. Jacob Mark 26 says, I don't like this 2003 SpongeBob for some reason. Sorry, Mike. What do you mean 2003 SpongeBob? You mean, you got to be more specific, dude, because 2003 might be what, the third season, I think. Guys, if you guys want to ask questions, do not say the year. Just say the season, because that'll be a lot easier if you say the season. Because if you say the year, I might not understand what you're saying. So just say either season 1, season 2, etc., without the year, because I might not understand what the year is. So all right, so Which art style do you prefer, classic or modern SpongeBob animation? Um, I mean, they're the same style of animation. They're 2D, so I actually prefer the modern SpongeBob because it looks more clear and more better. Yeah, it looks a lot clearer. I prefer the modern SpongeBob design because the characters move a lot smoother, and yeah, it doesn't look very aged. I mean, don't get me wrong, the classic SpongeBob animation is great, but I still prefer the modern SpongeBob animation because it's modern and it looks a lot better. Which episode is better, Nature Pants or Rip Pants? I have to say Nature Pants because Nature Pants, it was actually a very good episode. Rip Pants, it was a good episode as well, but Rip Pants was very, very childish. I mean, Sandy and the gang was laughing over childish humor, like some guy ripping their pants. I mean, that's very childish. I mean, how old are you guys? Like 5, 6? I mean, if you guys are that mature, you guys should know that ripping your pants isn't that funny. And with Nature Pants, I like the concept of SpongeBob wanting to quit work and just go out and enjoy some fresh air. You know what I'm saying? Get out of work and enjoy nature. Yeah, so that's why I prefer Nature Pants over Rip Pants. Very funny story. I love Patrick and Nature Pants. That was pretty funny. With him trying to attack SpongeBob to bring him back and whatnot. That was, yeah, I actually enjoyed that a lot. So yeah, I actually prefer Nature Pants over Rip Pants. I did not say anything about the movies. So yeah, you guys, please do not fight in the stream. Just keep it positive and we'll all have a good time, all right? So please feel free to ask more questions. Hold up, you guys. Any questions? Worst thing about modern SpongeBob? Well, the worst thing about modern SpongeBob is the production date and some of its humor. So, SpongeBob SquarePants modern design or the modern SpongeBob is lacking humor. Where there's some parts where it's funny and there's some parts that it's not funny. Like, season 6, they had some good episodes like Sandcastles in the Sand, and what's another good season 6 episode? And Krabby Road. Those are good episodes, but the jokes were very corny. Some of the jokes were very corny. They were cheesy. They weren't laugh out loud jokes like "Who you calling Pinhead?" and what's another good quote from the classic SpongeBob. Another good quote was, "I am SpongeBob, destroyer of evil." Those were some good quotes. While the modern quotes had some very, very unforgettable quotes that we never recite in these days. SpongeBob character in the pre-movie era. I have to say Patrick because Patrick was dumb in a funny way. Unlike modern Patrick, where he's like completely brain dead, where he's saying, "Oh," like he acts so dumb, he doesn't even know what he's doing. So I actually like Patrick in the pre-movie episodes because he acts stupid and in a more funny way. So yeah, if that answers your question, do you consider season 4 old or new? Well, technically, season 4 is new because after the first movie, Steven Hillenburg decided that he wanted to end SpongeBob, but since he left the show, a new group of people came in and continued the rest of SpongeBob. So technically, all the episodes after the SpongeBob first movie doesn't count. The reason why I say that is because that after the first movie, Steven Hillenburg was done with the show, basically, and he wanted to move on to other things. So technically, all the episodes outside of the SpongeBob movie, seasons 1 through 3, are technically the original episodes of SpongeBob, while the other episodes weren't really supposed to be made because Steven Hillenburg left the show, so they continued to keep the show running. So I guess those episodes really do count as a series over the fact that seasons 1 through 2 and 3, including the movie, were technically all the episodes of the series. So yeah. So season 4, I count that as new because Steven Hillenburg left the show when season 4 aired, and they hired some new people for SpongeBob. But they kept the voice actors. They kept the voice actors. They kept Tom Kenny, Roger Bumpus, Bill Fagerbakke, Karen Hillenberg. No, not Karen Hillenberg. Karen Kenny. Yeah. When do you think SpongeBob will end? Look, I don't know. That's up to Nickelodeon. That's all I can say. It's up to Nickelodeon if they want to end SpongeBob. But since SpongeBob is doing so well on television, I don't think the show will ever end. Well, it will end eventually, but as for now, SpongeBob is still airing on television. So yeah, best modern season. I have to say season 9. No, wait, I have to say season 5. I think because season 5 has some good episodes. Look, you guys, I'm not gonna be straight off honest with my opinions on these. So yeah, so if you guys hear me saying and a lot, I apologize because that I'm thinking. What is the most creative episode? Well, the most creative episode of SpongeBob has got to be Furl Friends. What's another creative episode? Goo Goo Gas was another creative episode. I Was a Teenage Gary, very creative episode. Even don't get me wrong, I love a Teenage Gary, or I Was a Teenage Gary. It's just a concept. The concept was very unique of SpongeBob turning into a snail. The concept was really great, and the ending was very funny. It was Patrick throwing the shoe at Squidward because they were singing "Blow the Man Down." They were meowing to blow the man down, and Patrick threw a shoe at Squidward, and yeah, that was pretty funny. Do you like Unreal Estate? Well, yes. I put that episode as an okay because there were some good moments on there. The part that I really didn't like from that's not the answer in my question. Well, look, I don't care. Look, I'm sorry if I'm being rude, but I really don't. I don't know when SpongeBob is going to end because I just don't know. That's Nickelodeon's decision. If I worked at Nickelodeon, then yes, I will know when the show will end. But as for now, SpongeBob is still airing on TV. And yeah. So back to Nintendo Bros question. Yes, I did like Unreal Estate. It was an okay episode. It wasn't the greatest episode, but there were some okay moments, such as the parody theme song, the realistic diner. That was very amazing. I love the fact that they used realistic sets for the show. Kind of went back to classic SpongeBob roots, but yeah, Unreal Estate was a okay episode. Original and uncut, worst episode that came out of Sponge Out of Water. I think Yeti Crabs was a very bad episode. I saw it for the first time back in 2015. I think I was 16 or 7. No, I was 16 years old when Yeti Crabs came out, and that episode was very boring. Really, Mr. Krabs telling the story about a crab that eats lazy employees. The entire episode was just SpongeBob trying to get Squidward to work so the Yeti Crab does not come to the restaurant and eats them. I mean, it was very boring, very slow paced. It was not a great episode. Do you like the episode Friend or Foe? It's been a while since I've seen the episode, but I know it was the origins of Plankton and Mr. Krabs, but I might have to end up going back to see that episode to make sure if I have my final opinion on it. Yes, it's been a while since I've seen Friend or Foe, so thanks for asking that question, Egg 14 Able. Yeah, but I know the plot, but I don't remember it by heart though. Yeti Crabs was made before the movie. No, it wasn't. Because I saw Yeti Crabs in 2015. I remember seeing it in 2014. What's your favorite quote from the show? Who are you calling Pinhead? Yeah, that was I love that quote. And Leedle, Leedle, Leedle. Those are some really good quotes. Hold up, you guys. I need to do some research right quick about this Yeti Crabs. Because I swore I saw the episode. The episode came out in March of 2015 before the Kids' Choice Awards 2015. So, yes, I know. Yeti Crabs was not made before the movie. It was made after the movie. I think it was probably made before the movie, and they probably gotten released. Look. Let me find out. Yeti Crabs. Dang, I forgot the K. Yeah, see, it was aired on May 29th, so of 2015. So basically, this episode was made after the movie, or it was released after the movie. So you are incorrect, but yes, Yeti Crabs came out right after the SpongeBob movie 2, yet Sponge Out of Water. Can you describe SpongeBob nowadays? Says, wait, hold up. I gotta read Egg 14 Abel's question. What is your least favorite pre-movie special? The specials that we got from the pre-movie specials were Christmas Who. What's another one? The Sponge Who Could Fly. Another pre-movie special has got to be Party Pooper Pants. My least favorite episode has got to be. That's a hard one. I'll have to say, as for now, Party Pooper Pants, because the SpongeBob throwing a house party, everything doesn't go right. Technically, everybody wasn't dancing; they were just like doing very fast footworks. I wouldn't even call that dancing because that wasn't dancing. Sandy and Patrick clearly don't know what dancing is. They weren't dancing; they were just moving their legs very fast. That's not dancing. And yeah, so Hencent, sorry if I mispronounced your name. Can you describe SpongeBob nowadays? I say that SpongeBob is improving. That's all I can say. It's improving. The animation has gotten better. The episodes are getting great. And yeah, so what annoying traits of Martin SpongeBob's personality? Well, the annoying traits of SpongeBob's personality is that they made SpongeBob a lot more childish than ever. Because in the classic episodes like season 1, SpongeBob wasn't as whiny and complainy to Squidward as he is now in the modern days, like season 6 and 7, where he keeps crying for Squidward. Like, that's very annoying. And in the episode on real estate, it's because of SpongeBob's behavior around Squidward. It was very childish. SpongeBob has completely changed after the first season of the show. I think season 1 and 2 was SpongeBob's more mature days, and I think around season 4 all the way up to now, SpongeBob's maturity has decreased. So yeah, what track do you want to return in a season 11 episode? Look, I don't know any. I'm not good at memorizing SpongeBob tracks, so please do not ask any questions about tracks because I am not very good at naming SpongeBob tracks that well. Yeah, so I'm very sorry. Do you prefer modern Squidward or pre-movie Squidward? I mean, they're kind of the same because Squidward still hates SpongeBob and Patrick regardless. And yes, can you laugh SpongeBob style? Yes, I can, but I'm not gonna do it on live stream. If you guys want to, yes, I can do a SpongeBob live, but I'm not gonna do it. So that answers your question. Yes, I can. I can actually do SpongeBob's laugh. It's not hard. It's very easy. So yeah, that answers your question. What track? I'm not laughing. I'm not doing my SpongeBob laugh. So stop asking. I told you I can laugh like SpongeBob doesn't. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, that's all you get. That's all you get. I'm not gonna go bursting out loud doing this live because I have family in the house and I don't want to bother them. Which is worse, Gone or Patty Caper? I think Patty Caper was the episode where I think it was SpongeBob and the characters. Like Mr. Krabs was mistaken the formula, and there's like different stories, but behind the so yeah, I'll have to say no. I don't think they're bad. I think both episodes were pretty great. Gone was a good episode because SpongeBob tried to impersonate his friends while they were gone for National No SpongeBob Day. That was basically Mimic Madness before Mimic Madness. So yeah, it was pretty great episode. So Masterface said I can't laugh like SpongeBob. Oh, okay. So yeah. If I'm wrong about the Patty Caper episode, please correct me because I think Patty Caper was the episode when Mr. Krabs, the secret formula was gone missing, so everybody had their own stories. SpongeBob came up with these own stories of how they stole the Krabby Patty secret formula, and it turned out to be at the ending that Mr. Krabs took it the whole time. So it was basically a whole episode wasted because Mr. Krabs misplaced in the secret formula, which was pretty weird. But yeah. I probably can't laugh like SpongeBob. All right. Any episodes that you've never seen before? Well, I haven't seen Band in Bikini Bottom. I haven't not Band in Bikini Bottom, Lost in Bikini Bottom. I'm sorry. Lost in Bikini Bottom. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Married to Money. I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen Hello to Bikini Bottom. There's a lot of I'm trying to think of other episodes, but those are the episodes I can think of as for now. I'm not going to go through every episode because that'll be a long waste of a video. So those are the episodes as of now that I haven't seen yet. I will be watching Lost in Bikini Bottom, definitely. I don't know when, but I will watch it and do a review on it. I think I did see Tudor Sauce a little bit on television. Which is episode? Chum Caverns or Gary in Love? I'll have to say Chum Caverns. You have to know that it's been a while since I've seen these episodes. Would you work at the Chump Bucket? He meant to say Chum. Work at the Chum Bucket or the Krusty Krab? Neither, because I do not want to work at a fast food restaurant. I'll rather get a real job. Fast food restaurants really aren't that good of a job anyway, so I will say neither on any of them. But you know what? For this stream, I'll say the Krusty Krab because I'm not going to squeeze in real life scenarios, so I'll say the Krusty Krab. Because the Krusty Krab got better food, better than Chum. Do you sometimes get bored of SpongeBob? Well, sorta, because I don't like talking about SpongeBob 24/7. And even though you see the stuff on my channel, it doesn't mean that I'm obsessed with it. I'm more of a Nintendo guy. I prefer Super Mario over SpongeBob anyways, because Super Mario has way more creativity than SpongeBob, because they take effort, while SpongeBob they kind of do, but at the same time they really don't. Chum autocorrect sucks. All right, yes, I know you meant to say Chum. Even I knew that. Excuse me, guys. Wow, only 8 people watching? Dang. Squirrel with hair. He had like over 20 people watching his stream last night. Slimy Dancing or I Heart Dancing? I Heart Dancing because the infamous Who Put You on the Planet and Squilliam's Dance. I prefer I Heart Dancing over Slimy Dancing. Even though Slimy Dancing had a really funny ending with them doing the cramp, but I prefer I Heart Dancing more. And I do not like the title card. Worst pre-movie episode. Let me think. I'll have to say Krabby Land, in my opinion. The reason why I say Krabby Land is because that it was a very, very bland episode of Mr. Krabs hosting an amusement park. And they should have did a lot better than that episode. I think they rushed through Krabby Land. So, your opinion on Truth or Square? It's bad. Thanks, Masterface, for asking that. Truth or Square was bad. That is not how you're supposed to celebrate a show's 10th anniversary, you guys. You don't. All the stories on there was lies. It was very. There was no. The title was misleading, and yeah, it was very, very bad. I didn't like Truth or Square at all. Grooming Gary or Shell Shock from Egg 14 Able. Oh, hello, BCB. What's up? What's up, dude? Yeah, I'll have to say Grooming Gary, because Shell Shock was a very boring plot, because SpongeBob accidentally broke Gary's shell. No, wait. I'd have to say Shell Shock was a little bit better because of Angry Jack, because his infomercial was pretty funny, of the words going through his face and whatnot. I actually did like the Angry Jack infomercial. That was pretty funny. And SpongeBob saying, "Why can't I not stop breaking shells?" I mean, that was very dumb, because you can't stop breaking shells because you kept stepping on them. How long you been watching SpongeBob? Well, I've been watching SpongeBob ever since I was young. I think I was like, I don't know, elementary school is when I started watching SpongeBob. I had SpongeBob videos, SpongeBob toys. I had a few of them, and I don't have them anymore. But yeah, do you think they will have a Truth or Square in 2 years? What do you mean by that? Do you think they'll will have a Truth or Square? And why would they make a sequel to Truth or Square? No, I hope they don't make a sequel to Truth or Square. If they do, I'm gonna sue Nickelodeon because they failed the first one. Jeez, all these random the scurvy song, it was bad. It's about we got and then Noah David did a very bad instrument. He did a vocal of it. I'm sorry, you guys. I do like Noah David, but he's a little quirky. But that's not a problem. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with being quirky. But yeah, that's on him. If he wants to be quirky, then hey, that's fine with me. Most disappointing special. I have to say the most disappointing special has got to be Truth or Square and Atlantis SquarePants. Atlantis SquarePants. It could have been better if they didn't add the Patch of the Pirate filler of him trying to go to Encino. Is basically the Patchy segment was just a ripoff of the Wizard of Oz. Basically, a Patchy stuck in traffic. He's trying to go to Encino, California, where he's from. And yeah, I have to say, Truth or Square and Atlantis SquarePants are two of the worst specials of SpongeBob. Least favorite special. That pretty much asks the same question as SpongeBob, you're fired. That episode was really pointless. Really pointless. I don't know why they agreed to work on that episode. I mean, whoever came up with that idea really needs to be fired. Yeah, the only person that really needs to be fired is the person who written SpongeBob, you're fired, because it wasn't funny. It really wasn't that funny. I saw it. I think I did see it, and I was like, yeah, it wasn't that great. It came from Goo Lagoon. That was meh because, oh wait, we all knew SpongeBob Your Fire was going to be bad. Well, of course, BCB. It wasn't funny. It was a very bad episode. I didn't like it. Well, nobody liked it. It came from Goo Lagoon. That was a meh episode. It was very meh. Sandy lied about everything about the bubble being dangerous. All he did was cover the whole town with purple goo. That was it. Not that interesting. All right, I've been streaming for 30 minutes, according to my streaming guide. Any episode that make you want to punch a hole through the television? Oh my god, that is a very good question. Very, very good question. An episode that I really didn't like was the salsa episode. Yeah, the salsa episode where Plankton made the salsa from Patrick's saliva. I just wanted to. I didn't see it on television, but I did see it on kids' cartoons. I did see it, and I think I kind of did see it in the SpongeBob live stream. Look, the episode was the college concept, the university concept was very great of them making a Bikini Bottom university, but the way how the university worked was very dumb. I mean, learning how to pull up your pants. I mean, if you go to college in real life, you'll be doing subjects for your major, and you're going to be and you graduate with a degree, either master's, bachelor's, associates. While in the salsa episode, you got them building a college over little things like pulling up your pants. I mean, that's not great. That's not funny. So yeah, the salsa episode was very dumb. I didn't like it. So any episodes? Oh yeah, I already did. So I meant before we saw it. Okay. Do you guys have any more questions? Because I would like for you guys to answer them. I'm live right now. So I'm going to invite some people to the live stream. Says, goodbye Krabby Patty or SpongeBob vs. the Big One? Goodbye Krabby Patty, hands down, way better. SpongeBob vs. the Big One. Yeah, SpongeBob surfing a giant wave. I mean, the episode, they had a unique concept, but I like Goodbye Krabby Patty a lot better. Yeah, I actually prefer Goodbye Krabby Patty over SpongeBob vs. the Big One. If you guys can hear me, say I will be asking that occasionally. The Clash of Triton. Boy, oh boy, the Clash of Triton. It's been a while since I've seen it. Yes, I know it was Triton's. I think it was Triton's 500th birthday. So yeah, it was Triton's 500th birthday, and they're not Triton. It was Neptune. I'm sorry, Neptune. It was his 500th birthday, and then Triton, his son was. I liked his voice. His voice was great. But it's been a while since I've seen the episode, so I don't know anything about it. So yeah, it's been a while since I've seen the Clash of Triton, so I might have to go back and see that. But I did see Truth or Square many times on television, and that episode was a piece of filth. I can't believe they thought of a concept like that. Really, Nickelodeon, was the 10th anniversary of a very popular icon, and then you failed at it miserably. Wow, that's a shame. Shame on you, Nickelodeon. Shame, shame, shame. Keep asking questions, you guys, because I will like to answer them. One course meal, or are you happy now? Well, Are You Happy Now has very dumb title. First of all, it's very rude to say "Are you happy now" to someone. That sounds really rude. One course meal was a really dumb episode because it's dumb because in the episode the algae is always greener. Plankton has already encountered with Pearl one time, and then all of a sudden he's afraid of her. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense because Plankton has already encountered Pearl before in the episode the algae is always greener. So what made the excuse for him to be afraid of her all of a sudden? I mean, yeah, it's very dumb. So I'll have to pick Are You Happy Now over One Course Meal because of how dumb One Course Meal sounds. So yeah, that's my final questions. I've always hated the "Are you happy now" term. Yes, I always hated it too because it's very rude. You don't know Sponge or Yours, Mine, and Mine. To be honest, I did see Yours, Mine, or Mine, but I've never physically saw You Don't Know Sponge. I know it was an episode where Patrick and SpongeBob was like taking a quiz, and Patrick knew nothing about SpongeBob. So I actually did like Yours, Mine, and Mine. It was all right. I mean, it was all right because it was just the whole episode was just them fighting over a toy. That was it. Nothing too exciting, nothing too great, nothing too bold, nothing too amazing. But yeah, I will have to pick Yours, Mine, and Mine because I've never physically seen I've never physically sat down and seen You Don't Know Sponge. I did see. I think I did see the Tunnel of Gloves though when they went on that ride in Glove World. Yeah, I did see that. Opinion on Hide and Then What Happens. A whole episode dedicated to SpongeBob and Patrick playing hide and seek, and Patrick was nowhere to be found. Patrick Not Star, he was pretty funny. I like Patrick Not Star. Very funny name though. The ending was very dumb of Patrick completely forgetting the rules of hide and seek. But I don't know why they made I don't know what made them make an episode of them just playing hide and seek and then Patrick was nowhere to be found. I mean, they could have did a whole better episode than that. My absolute favorite scene from Hide Then What Happens when Mrs. Puff and SpongeBob was like, "Are you sure? You sure? You sure? You sure? You sure?" Mrs. Puff grabbed the boat and threw it. That was actually pretty funny. Yeah, I actually did enjoy Hide and Then What Happens. Pretty funny. Yours, Mine, and Mine, and You Don't Know Sponge are overrated, but Yours, Mine, and Mine is worse. No. Yeah, I have to agree because that episode really wasn't that exciting. It was just them fighting over a toy. Hide and Then What Happens is very forgettable. No, okay, that explains everything. Demolicious Doofus or Oral Report. I have to say Demolition Doofus because that episode was very dark because Mrs. Puff really wants SpongeBob dead. So I have to pick Demolition Doofus because that episode took Mrs. Puff's rage on SpongeBob to the highest point. Not including Burster Bubble or Bumper to Bumper. It was mainly Demolition Doofus. I think Demolition Doofus was the straw that broke the camel's back for Mrs. Puff because she lost her floating abilities because SpongeBob crashed his car again. And so Mrs. Puff lost her floating ability, so SpongeBob or Mrs. Puff, I mean, wants SpongeBob dead. So that was a pretty dark episode. Your opinion on Pranks-a-Lot? Well, Pranks-a-Lot was okay because the entire episode was just them using the invisible spray. There really wasn't that much jokes going around. I mean, they should have did for Pranks-a-Lot. They should have did an episode where they just did different pranks, not just that one prank with the invisible spray. But the ending was very, very disturbing and gay because SpongeBob and Patrick were butt naked. We really didn't need to see that. And I did like the quote at the end. We should have bought the whoopee cushion. That was pretty funny. I love that episode a lot. Well, yeah, it was a funny episode, but they should have did more pranks. Where is the Q&A? Dude, this is the Q&A. You ask questions about SpongeBob. Are you serious? Or you're just kidding? Okay. You are about to make me angry, Supreme Kill, but Pranks-a-Lot is a special since it's not a special. It's not a special. It's part of it's basically a regular old episode, a regular old 11-minute episode of SpongeBob. If it was a special, it will be a half an hour long, aka 30 minutes. Smooth Jazz and Bikini Bottom or Restraining SpongeBob. Both episodes were bad. Smooth Jazz and Bikini Bottom, I did see it. It was all right, but Restraining SpongeBob was horrible. First of all, the title card needs to be exposed for Restraining SpongeBob. It looks like they just went on Photoshop and just copied and pasted SpongeBob JPEG images and just used the Krabby Patty font style over the background. And Patrick was very uncomfortable in that episode. He was touching up on Squidward very inappropriately. I mean, season 8 had some very disturbing episodes like Face Freeze, For Here to Go, and what's another disturbing season 8 episode? Yeah, season 8 was pretty disturbing. Had some disturbing episodes. Worst pre-movie episode. This question again. I said I have to say the worst pre-movie episode has got to be Krabby Land. It's because I didn't like that episode. It was boring. It was very dumb. Hey, reaction guy. Yo, reaction guy. Hey, what's up? All right. Those were my all-time favorite episodes. I'm very offended. Well, you have to get away from that. BCB, I add you as mod. So Fools in April or Little Yellow Book. Fools in April. Fools in April was a really good episode. Squidward performing the ultimate prank. Oh, by the way, Fools in April was the birth of Squidward with Hair's infamous Squidward laugh ear rape. That episode, Fools in April, was the debut of Squidward with Hair's ear rape Squidward laughter. I love Fools in April. Very funny episode. I like the scene where Patrick was rubbing his teeth against the phone wire or the string. That was pretty funny. Yeah, so Fools in April was a really good episode. I enjoyed it a lot. I hope they do another April Fools. Yeah, I actually prefer Fools in April over Pranks-a-Lot, to be honest. Well, the only good thing about Fools in April was the first act, because the rest of the episode was just Squidward apologizing. So I think the rest of the episode was just filler, to be honest. So if you guys agree with me, say aye, because the rest of Fools in April was kind of filler because it was just Squidward trying to apologize to SpongeBob for what he'd done that day at the Krusty Krab. So yeah, basically, I crap that's mine too. Oh, okay. Fools in April had a very good start, and then the rest of the episode was just filler. A Squidward apologizing to SpongeBob. Yeah. Culture Shock or Opposite Day? Culture Shock. I loved Culture Shock more. That episode was really funny. Squidward's performance was the highlight of the episode. Very, very funny. I call Fools in April meh. Yeah, it was meh. Yeah, I mean, it was good, but the whole ending could have been better if they didn't waste the entire ending of Squidward just trying to apologize to SpongeBob, because they could have did something more than that, just instead of just SpongeBob apologizing to SpongeBob for what he done at the Krusty Krab for pranking him and whatnot. So yeah, Fools in April. had a really good start, and then the ending was just meh. Yeah, that's what I have to say. So yeah, Egg 14 Able, I prefer Culture Shock over Opposite Day because Culture Shock was a pretty funny episode. Reaction guy, do you have any questions? Because you showed up and you haven't said anything yet. I don't know if Flash is going to show up, but have you seen the Japanese SpongeBob McDonald's commercial? Yes, I have seen it. It was very crazy and hilarious. I thought SpongeBob getting hurt was hard to watch. Oh, okay. April Fools, you little sausage. That was pretty funny. And then the guy was like, April Fools, jerk. That was pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah. You guys, Spongy Babu. Jellyfishing or the thing? Well, jellyfishing. The thing was just meh. So basically, Squidward had Squidward left his own house because SpongeBob and Patrick was annoying him. So he ends up dumped in cement, and then he turns into this large lump creature. And jellyfishing, dude. Well, of course, jellyfishing is a lot better because the thing was a very bad episode. I mean, the title is stupid. The Thing. You just took one of the Fantastic Four characters and just slapped it into the title, basically. So yeah, I didn't like The Thing. It wasn't that great. It was just meh. But Patrick holding the rubber hot dog, that was really inappropriate. I don't know why they added that Patrick holding the rubber hot dog. And yeah, so The Thing, it was meh. Gary takes a bath or treats. Obviously, Gary takes a bath. Why? Come on, Egg 14 Able. Ask better questions. Gary takes a bath or treats. Of course, Gary takes a bath. That wins automatically. Very funny episode. Gary, there's a bomb strapped to my chest. It's going to explode in 3 seconds unless you take a bath. Please. And then he explodes. There's a bomb strapped to my chest. It's going to explode in 3 seconds unless you take a bath. Yeah, very funny. You guys have any more questions? There's a bomb strapped to my chest. Yeah, that was pretty funny. No, first of all, why was there a bomb strapped to your chest, SpongeBob? Yes, there's a bomb strapped to my chest. I'm with stupid or dumped. Well, dumped. I love dumped because in that episode, Patrick and Gary are best of friends, and SpongeBob feels that he's not, and so SpongeBob feels left out because his own snail, his own pet, is hanging out with his best friend. So SpongeBob becomes very sad. It was a very emotional episode, and I actually like Larry. Yeah, it was Larry, not the lobster, the snail. Larry the snail. He was very funny. Sounded like an angry cat to be exact. Ugh, or the sponge who could fly. I liked Ugh. Ugh could have been a lot better if they had prehistoric Sandy, prehistoric Mr. Krabs. Yeah, Ugh could have been. Yeah, that's my only reasons why I say Ugh. The sponge who could fly. No. Wait. Second thoughts. Like the sponge who could fly, because some of the jokes on there was pretty funny, such as the happy birthday to you, sung by Patrick. Can we have the cake now? Happy birthday to you. That was pretty funny. Yeah. Oh boy, your birthday. Oh boy, your birthday party. That was funny. No, this isn't a birthday party. This is a flying machine. Yeah. Please feel free to ask more questions. Keep the questions coming, you guys. Oh, I've been streaming for 53 minutes. That's pretty long, if you ask. Help or Bubble Stand? Help Wanted. Help Wanted was a very good start of the series. That's about getting his job at the Krusty Krab. But yeah, it was a really good first episode. Great way to introduce the characters. Great way to introduce the humor. SpongeBob's design in the Help Wanted episode was pretty awkward since it was 1999, but it was good. Bubble Stand, that was another good episode with SpongeBob blowing bubbles, bring it around town. That was actually pretty funny. Actually, no, I have to say both episodes were good. To be fair, yes, both Help Wanted and Bubble Stand was pretty good episodes. Because heck, it's season one. Season one has some good episodes like Pizza Delivery, Pickles. Those are some good episodes from season one. Very good. Hold up, you guys. I'm gonna play some SpongeBob music in the background, so you guys can hear. I'm trying to go to Hawaiian Train. There we go. I'm gonna put it on a loop. All right. Can you guys hear the music? If you guys can hear the music, say "I." Worst Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy appearance. Well, outside of the original Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy episodes, I have to say Nightlight, because Nightlight they had no purpose in that episode because it was called Nightlight. It wasn't a Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy episode, and Nightlight as a whole was a very bad episode. It wasn't funny. It was a very dumb plot. That's SpongeBob being afraid of the dark, buying all these expensive lights just to have an excuse for him to be not afraid of the dark. Nautical Neighbors or Good Neighbors? Naughty Nautical Neighbors, because Naughty Nautical Neighbors was a very funny episode of SpongeBob and Patrick having a feud, and they become not good neighbors anymore. So in order to bring them back to normal, Squidward hosts a soda party. So technically, Naughty Nautical Neighbors is almost like an episode where a character gets stuck in the middle. Technically, so that's technically Squidward. That is. So yeah. So yeah, I actually prefer Naughty Nautical Neighbors over Good Neighbors. Hold up, you guys. I'm gonna try to find SpongeBob music that. Trying to find me some like hours of SpongeBob music. Hours of SpongeBob music. No. Like, do they have like different? You know what? Instead of SpongeBob music, we'll just play some. We'll just play a complete. We'll just find. I'll just play the soundtrack for Battle for Bikini Bottom, because I need some music that doesn't stop and infinitely loop. So I'll just play the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom soundtrack. All right, there we go. Play it on loop. All right, there we go. All right, do you guys have any more questions? I wonder what we got here. Talk to me. This is rising. That's pretty cool. Ghost Host or The Curse of Bikini Bottom? To be honest, I have to say The Curse. I think Ghost Host, because in Ghost Host, Patrick the Pirate. No, whoa! I just took a major L. I mean, the Flying Dutchman wanted to. I mean, the Flying Dutchman wasn't scary anymore, so SpongeBob tried to help him out to be scary again, and I think that was pretty cool. The Curse of Bikini Bottom another good episode where they accidentally shaved the beard off of the Flying Dutchman and they turned SpongeBob and Patrick into Ghost. But I actually prefer Ghost Host a lot more, to be honest. So yeah. Best Patchy appearance. Well, I have to say his best appearance was in, I think, Shanghai. It was in Shanghai and Party Pooper Pants. I think those were some of his good appearances, and the Spongy Could Fly. No, I have to say the Spongy Could Fly because he went into an epileptic meltdown when he realized that the SpongeBob Lost episode was just him walking, and he like destroyed it. He had like a whole bedroom full of SpongeBob merchandise. So Patrick the Pirate is a man-child, basically, because to see the amount of SpongeBob stuff in his room, you can tell that he's a man-child. So I have to say my best Patchy appearance was got to be the Spongy Could Fly. Because of the mariachi band at the end, and he got tangled from the VHS tape reel. That was pretty funny. Can you guys hear the music? If you guys can hear it, say aye. Okay, so please feel free to ask more questions for SpongeBob if you have any. I barely hear it. Are you serious? Well, look, I have it turned down so you guys can be able to hear the music and my voice at the same time, where the music isn't too loud where you guys can't hear me. So all right, can you hear it now? You guys have any more questions or not? You know what? This is going to be my last question where you're going to ask real questions. Okay, I tumbled up my voice so I can hear it. Okay. The plays, The Thing, or Pineapple Fever. Okay, Egg 14 Able. All right, thank you. Because I'm done asking questions. I'm done asking the questions where you compare two episodes from another. Spongehenge was a very, very horrible episode for season 5. The concept was not creative at all. It was just wind blowing through SpongeBob's holes, and then the jellyfishes were attracted to it. So then SpongeBob then makes these statue versions of himself just to please the jellyfish from his music. So don't get me wrong, the music that was played at the ending was pretty good, but the whole episode was just boring, to be honest. The only good thing about Spongehenge was the holes playing in perfect harmony, and then the jellyfish enjoyed it. That was the only good thing about it. Other than that, the whole episode wasn't that great. Very boring. Yummy Jonathan. Welcome to the live stream. So feel free to ask questions about SpongeBob SquarePants if you have any. What was the first SpongeBob episode you saw? I don't know. I think it was pre-movie SpongeBob, but I don't know the exact episode I saw because it was a long time ago. So I cannot answer that question. I'm very sorry. It's been I don't know what age I was, and I don't know what year it was when I first saw SpongeBob SquarePants for the first time. Cause it was really young. I was like in what, preschool or first grade-ish. So that tells you right there that I have no clue what episode I first saw. What is the worst season 10 episode so far? The worst season 10 episode is Don't Wake Patrick. Very, very boring episode. Another worst episode of season 10 I also have was Plankton Retires. Another bad episode of season 10 was SpongeBob's Place. And yeah, those are some of the few season 10 episodes that I didn't like. If that answers your question, Yummy Jonathan. Any more questions, you guys? Feel free to ask questions. SpongeBob SquarePants only. Does pre-movie SpongeBob have better facial expressions than modern SpongeBob? Well, the pre-movie episodes, they had some gross outs, like Squidward's face from, I think, Just One Bite. Squidward's face from Squid's Day Off. Those were some gross out faces. Yeah, because the pre-movie SpongeBob had a lot of gross outs, along with a few others in modern SpongeBob. But yeah. So Yummy Jonathan asks, what is your opinion of the episode Out of the Picture? Out of the Picture was bad. It was a very bad episode. Mr. Krabs was very, very greedy, unlikable. Once we were dead, very dark episode. Yeah. The only good thing about Out of the Picture was Rock Bottom. That was the only good thing about Out of the Picture was the appearance of Rock Bottom. That was it. Where they could have made in the whole episode dedicating to Rock Bottom's return. That would have been cool. But it was nice of it to see it again and Out of the Picture. And that was the only good thing about Out of the Picture was Rock Bottom. That was it. So, yeah. We're listening to SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Who is the most unlikable post SpongeBob movie? I already told you, Mr. Krabs. You don't have to ask questions about the show. You can also ask questions about video games, episodes that you want to see of. Questions, guys, because I want some really good questions. Yeah. About the show. Ask questions about their merchandises too. This isn't just about the show. This is about everything on SpongeBob. Merchandises, games, etc. Not just the show. What is your least favorite SpongeBob game? Well, I only have one SpongeBob game, which was Atlantis SquarePants for the DS. And trash. This game, my favorite. That's it. I didn't like that game. It was very. It's not fun. The cooperativity is very bad. The graphics are horrid. And whoever programmed the game needs to go back to video gaming school and learn how to program CPUs because the game is very bad. And that's the only SpongeBob game that I ever touched. What is your opinion about SpongeBob not making DVDs since 2015? Do you think they will stop forever in America? Well, I honestly don't care about SpongeBob DVDs or DVDs in general, is because that we're in a world where everything is online, where you don't have to go out and get DVDs. You can just watch them straight from your computer. So, yeah. I really don't care about this. I really don't care that much for SpongeBob DVDs. I know SpongeBob Season 9 is coming out on DVD in October, but if you guys are getting that, good luck. Enjoy it while it lasts, but I'm sure I'm not getting that. So yeah, I am really am not into DVDs like I used to. I know some of my DVDs are out in other countries, but not here in America though. Where I'm from. Mm. Excuse me, guys. Any more questions? Because I would love to answer them. And no, if you guys are just coming here or new to this live stream, I am not showing my face at all because I do not want to. This will only be about questions only. What is your opinion about the SpongeBob books? I think they should take some stories from the books and make them into episodes. I have to agree, Egg 14 Able. I have to agree. The SpongeBob books that I have is I have Hooray for Dads. I also have the Amazing SpongeBob Beanies, SpongeBob Soccer Star, SpongeBob Slapshot. Those episodes could be great for episodes. Yummy Jonathan asks, "Do you like widescreen SpongeBob or for?" I prefer HD SpongeBob because since season 9, all the episodes were in HD, but they kept using the 4:3 resolution SpongeBob theme song until they released, I think, Sandy's Nutmare in season 9B's. But yeah, I prefer widescreen SpongeBob because since the first episode of season 9, they still used the 4:3 resolution SpongeBob theme song, which made absolutely no sense. But yeah, I'm glad that they changed the resolution to the 16.9 HD over the 4:3 resolution. So yeah, that answers your question. Hey, reaction guy, what's up? Hey man. So yeah, reaction guy, if you have any questions about SpongeBob, feel free to ask. What do you think about You Bring the Color? I think it's a dumb, to be honest. If you want to see my video on You Bring the Color, I'll put it in the link. I'll put it in the chat right here. So here's the link to my video on You Bring the Color. It's very dumb because why would I want to waste my time coloring in a scene, finish one episode where I could just watch the episode with the original animation? I mean, what's going to happen is they're going to screw up the colors of the SpongeBob characters. It's not going to be fun. Nickelodeon thought this was a good idea, a good campaign, but yeah, it's very bad. So yeah, what do you think of the SpongeBob games on the Nickelodeon websites? I don't go on the Nickelodeon website. Period. Other things to do than the Nickelodeon website. I played this one game called The Cartoon Creator. It was bad. I also played other SpongeBob games a long time ago, such as the SpongeBob Game Builder back in 2012 and 11 when it was still around. That was all right, but yeah, I don't touch the SpongeBob games on the Nickelodeon website. Do you think Don't Wake Patrick or Plankton Retires is worst? Well, Don't Wake Patrick was a very, very bland, boring episode. The entire episode was just Patrick sleepwalking. It could have been funny if they add some slight of humor because there's no humor at all in it. All it was Patrick sleepwalking, nothing humorous, and then the ending just blew it away. And reaction on, I might think you don't want to ask that because it's not out in the United States yet, so you might want to hold off to that question because people haven't seen it yet, and they will probably hate to be spoiled. So do not ask any questions about Furl Friends or Don't Wake Patrick because they're not out in the United States yet. So yeah. But Plankton Retired, that was another bad episode. I don't like it. Probably one of the worst episodes Worst, playing through the episodes. The worst. Are you happy that Paul Tibbet left SpongeBob after season 9? Yeah, I guess. What is your favorite and least? What is your least favorite and favorite season 5 short? Um, Waiting. And like my favorite short was SpongeBob and the Patty Gadget. Seuss style rhyming, which was pretty catchy and creative. Like the Doc parody of the SpongeBob versus the Patty Gadget, that was pretty cool. And I'm surprised that Squidward made the invention, not Sandy. That's so yeah, I did like SpongeBob versus the Patty Gadget. Pretty cool. If you guys are curious about the soundtrack in the background, the battle track. If you guys are curious about it, David Vaz. What is your opinion on Sandcastles in the Sand? It was actually a cool episode, very unique episode. I love Sandcastles in the Sand. SpongeBob literally turned entire Goo Lagoon into a giant war zone, which was pretty crazy. I haven't seen Snail Mail. I did see glances of it, but I never physically had the volume turned up. I did see screenshots of it, but I never physically sat down and saw the episode fully. But Snail Mail kind of had a unique concept. But when I first heard of Snail Mail, I was like, does it have to involve with snails? But yeah. How do you feel about season 6 animation? Season 6 animation was alright. I mean, it's still 2D animation. You know what? To be honest, you guys, all the animation is the exact same as 2D. The only thing that's different is the quality of the animation, not the animation itself. But can you guys please stop asking for mod? Because this entire Q&A is not about asking for mods. It's about asking SpongeBob questions. So do not ask to be mod. What is your favorite SpongeBob episode? My favorite SpongeBob episode, as of now, is Furl Friends. Pizza Delivery was another good episode. I also like Mimic Madness. The Getaway. The Getaway was a really good episode. Really good. That's actually my favorite. That's actually my number one favorite episode of season 10. My second favorite episode is Furl Friends. But yeah. From season 10. Yeah, those were some pretty good episodes. Turn the volume down a little bit. All right, you guys, it is 2:04 p.m. by the time I'm recording this. So what is your least favorite season? My least favorite season is season 7 and 8. Those seasons were very bad. Season 9 had a very weak start, and so did season 10. Season 9 and season 10 had a very weak start, but season 11 had a really good start with Spot returns and the checkup. Highly recommend you see those episodes if you haven't yet. Those episodes were amazing. What is the worst SpongeBob title? What do you mean by that? You mean the episode name? The worst SpongeBob titles has got to be Who's Eating Patrick was very misleading because I thought the episode was Who's Eating Patrick. I thought that episode was going to be about something living in Patrick's body and is eating through his organs, and they had to like get the tapeworm out or something. That would have been a good plot for What's Eating Patrick, but a Krabby Patty eating contest sounds misleading. Another horrible title has got to be what's another horrible title? SpongeBob's Place. Because it sounds like you're just hanging out in SpongeBob's place, but it's just basically someone turning his house into a restaurant. They're trying to call it Cafe Sponge or something different than SpongeBob's Place. But yeah, it is what it is. What do you think of the musical doodle song from Earworm? The musical doodle song was actually pretty catchy. Round and round the record spins all day. Do you play? Dude, this is not. Look, do not ask. Dude, read the title of the live stream, you guys. Read the title of the live stream. You know what? I'm about to put that down. The live stream is called Q&A. It's called SpongeBob Q&A, not Splatoon Q&A, not Nintendo Q&A. Read the live stream, you guys, before you start asking any questions. All right, thank you. So, David Vasquez, please ask another question regarding the SpongeBob or anybody else. Can you at least ask one non-SpongeBob question? No, I will not. No, I can't. This is a SpongeBob Q&A. I'll save. If you want to ask questions about Nintendo, I will be happy to do a Q&A live stream about Nintendo, but this is only for SpongeBob. I'm very sorry. So please ask questions only for SpongeBob only. But this is a SpongeBob Q&A. So yeah, I'm very sorry. Oh, excuse me. I'm getting a little tired, you guys, to be honest. I mean, it feels like I want to lie down and go to sleep. That's how I feel right now. Is anybody else still here? Because we only got 6 people watching. What is your favorite SpongeBob design? As much as cartoony season 10 and season 11 is, I actually have to say that season 10 and season 11 has some of the best animation. The quality of the animation, not the animation itself, just the quality. So I have to say my favorite SpongeBob design has got to be seasons 9, 10, and 11. What is your favorite SpongeBob season? Seasons 1, seasons 2 and 3, around those seasons. Those are my favorites because the episodes were really good. So yeah, around the pre-movie episodes are my favorite seasons because they're counted as classics. Hold up, you guys. I'm about to play some real SpongeBob music now. Yeah, so please give me a song suggestion. How do you feel about season 1? Season 1 was a pretty good season. I actually did love season 1, but not as great as season 2 or 3 though. I do love season 1. Very, very good season. So if you guys have a song suggestion for SpongeBob music, please let me know. No, it has to be an instrumental song. The songs has to be instrumental. It cannot be an actual song. It has to be background music, not songs. So let me rephrase that. Background music. So no, for now I'm gonna play the Hawaiian Train. I already played the Hawaiian Train, so I'm gonna play the Slide Whistle song for right now. And then once the song is over, then I'll go back and change the song. Hmm. Did I miss anything? I was away from the keyboard. Do you think Dennis should come back to the show? Well, yeah, I would like to see him as a cameo. If Dennis appears as a cameo or a small guest, then yes, I'll be happy for. Yeah, then yes, I'll like him to come back. Plankton's Good Eye music, instrumental music. Dude, you have to be specific. You have to give me the name of the track. Or unless you just want me to look up Plankton's Good Eye music only. You know, fine. I'll look that up instead. I'll look up Plankton's Good Eye music only. I'll do that. All right. Well, they don't have a music only for Plankton's Good Eye, so we can't do that. So we cannot do Plankton's Good Eye music, so we're gonna do another episode. We're gonna do we'll do let's just do coconut cream pie. Full version. What is your opinion on Sly Whistle Stooges? Well, the only good thing about Sly Whistle Stooges was the song. The entire episode was very boring. They dedicated the whole episode of them just playing slide whistles, and it wasn't funny at the slightest. So yeah, it's bad. Yes. What is your favorite SpongeBob song? My favorite SpongeBob song is Sly Whistle Stooges, Coconut Cream Pie, the Western Steel String, and another one of my favorite songs is Apollonia from Trident Trouble. Those are some of my favorite SpongeBob songs. Can you guys like stop asking the same questions? Like, what is my least favorite episode? I told you. My least favorite episode of the show has to be around One Course Meal. One Course Meal, A Pal for Gary. Those episodes that you guys hate and everybody else hates. Those are the episodes that are around my least favorite. What are your thoughts on the SpongeBob anime? I don't know anything about that.
Easy to find.
So yeah.
Hi, Eve. I saw your last stream, Eve. Really, I changed my profile picture. What is your favorite breakfast food?
So yeah, do you have a favorite SpongeBob YouTube poop? Not really, Master Face. I really don't have a favorite one, but I did see Dying to Lie, which is highly inappropriate. I am the only one who thinks One Course Meal is overhated. I mean, I don't know what to ask anymore. Well, okay. If you guys don't have any more questions to ask, I guess we'll end off the stream. So yeah, I'll go ahead and end off the stream. So thank you so much for watching the SpongeBob SquarePants Q&A live stream. I am not planning to do this live stream any longer. So I'd like to say thank you for participating. I am going to leave now. So thanks for coming to the stream, you guys. Have a wonderful Sunday. Have a safe Labor Day if you're an American. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys later.